English Learning Hub.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Learning Hub, where English is easy and enjoyable. I'm Tom, here with my wonderful co-host Jenny. And if you've been here since day one, wow, 10 days in, you absolute champion.
Hello everyone, I'm Jenny. Welcome to day 10 of our 30-day shadowing challenge. We're a third of the way through, and honestly, I'm so proud of everyone practicing with us every day.
A third of the way through. If you've been doing this every day, you've already practiced English for 10 days in a row. That's actually huge.
And speaking of being a kid, that's exactly what we're talking about today. Day 10 is all about talking about your childhood, your memories, what you were like, what you were scared of.
Oh no, I have a lot of childhood stories. Jenny, you might have to stop me today.
I have a timer. But first, let's talk about why this topic matters. Talking about your childhood comes up all the time in real English conversations. Where did you grow up? What were you like as a kid? These are natural questions, and if you can answer them well, you immediately sound more fluent.
And everyone has a childhood. It doesn't matter where you're from or what your life is like now. You already have something to say. You just need the English for it.
That's the beauty of shadowing. When the topic is something personal, it's so much easier to remember the words. There's actually something called the self-reference effect. We remember information much better when we connect it to ourselves. So talking about your own childhood is a genuinely smart learning strategy.
Okay, let's talk about the topic naturally first, so you can hear what a real conversation sounds like. Jenny, where did you grow up?
A pretty small town, the kind where everybody knows everybody, and if you did something embarrassing on Monday, your neighbor's cousin's dog somehow knew about it by Wednesday. As a kid, I always wished I lived somewhere bigger, but now I actually have really warm memories of that place. It was quiet, safe, I could ride my bike everywhere.
What were you like as a kid? Describe little Jenny for us.
Quiet, very quiet. The kind of kid who sat in the corner reading a book while other kids ran around screaming. I had a little notebook where I wrote down facts I thought were interesting.
A fact notebook? That explains literally everything about you.
It was blue. I still have it somewhere. What about you? What were you like?
The opposite. Loud, everywhere, too much energy. My mom used to say I was like a little storm that moved through the house. One time, I decided our backyard needed a river, so I spent the afternoon digging a hole and trying to fill it with the garden hose.
What happened?
It wasn't a river, just a very muddy hole, with mud on my face, my shoes, everywhere. My mom just looked at me and said, "Tom, why?"
Did you have a favorite game or activity?
There was a big open field near our house, and all the neighborhood kids met there after school to play this game, kind of like tag, but with rules we made up ourselves that changed every day. I looked forward to it every single afternoon. That was my happy place. I actually drove past that neighborhood a few years ago, and the field is a parking lot now, which made me feel things I wasn't prepared to feel.
That's such a common experience. There's something called place attachment, the emotional connection we have to specific places, especially from childhood. Those places become part of how we see ourselves.
Okay, that actually makes me feel better about the parking lot situation. What's your favorite childhood memory?
I think it's reading with my grandmother. Every weekend, I'd go to her house and she'd read to me. Not just children's books, but regular books she loved too. She'd read me a chapter, explain it, and we'd talk about it. She always said, "Jenny, words are how we share our hearts with each other." And I've never forgotten that.
That's beautiful. Mine is a summer camping trip with my dad when I was maybe 8 or 9. We had no idea what we were doing. Couldn't set up the tent, burned the food, it rained on the second night. Objectively a disaster, but my dad kept saying, "This is an adventure, Tom," every time something went wrong. And I believed them completely. It's one of the most precious memories I have.
That's really beautiful. Okay, let's move into the shadowing practice, sentences you can actually use when talking about your childhood.
First, where you grew up. Listen, I grew up in a small town in the South. Notice how grew up sounds like one word. Now try a city version. I grew up in a big city. There were people everywhere. Feel the difference in energy between those two.
Next, describing what you were like. When I was young, I was very blank. For example, when I was young, I was very shy or very curious about everything. Try filling in your own word.
Now, used to. For something you did regularly in the past, but maybe not anymore. I used to ride my bike every day after school. I used to be scared of the dark. Try one with your own memory.
For describing a place, I remember there was blank. I remember there was a big park near my house and I loved going there. This is a beautiful way to start a memory sentence. Warm, natural, and it pulls the listener in.
For people from your childhood, my blank used to always blank. My grandmother used to always make soup when it was cold outside. Try it with someone from your own life.
And one last one for sharing a feeling, not just a fact. Looking back now, I feel really grateful for blank. This phrase shows reflection and connects the past to how you feel now. That's what real, deep conversation sounds like.
Okay, let's bring it together. Pause if you need to, and try making 3 to 5 sentences about your own childhood using these phrases, where you grew up, what you were like, and one memory. Don't overthink it. Simple is beautiful.
If you want to share your sentences, leave them in the comments. We read every one, and honestly, reading your childhood stories is one of our favorite parts of doing this.
Okay, my takeaway today, your childhood is yours, your memories are yours, and when you talk about them, you're not performing, you're just sharing something real. Use your own stories as your English practice.
My takeaway is more practical. Learn these 3 phrases and use them. When I was young, I used to, I remember there was, and looking back now, I feel blank. If you can use those comfortably, you can have a real, natural conversation about your childhood in English.
Day 10 done. If you're just joining us, we have 9 other episodes waiting for you. Go back and start from day 1.
Subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell for day 11, and share this with a friend learning English.
We'll see you tomorrow for day 11. Keep practicing, keep going. Every day you practice is a day you get better.
See you on day 11, everyone. Bye.